The times are bad, but oh lordy lord, but where was over there, but bam, balls of e, but boom, 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 boom. Me invent wheel. White people stole pretty much everything from black people, but she brings up that old trope again about the music. You know, rock and roll and blues and jazz and country and symphonies. Every form of music was stolen from some old black guy with a cigar box with some rubber bands strung on it. The greatest music white people ever made, because some black guy picked up an old wash tub and a broom handle and went boom, 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 boom. And all of a sudden we got, Led Zeppelin because we stole it. It's the typical shit. Typical fucking shit. Let's listen to Joy.
They can't fix the history they did. Their ancestors made this country into a slave hell. But they can clean it up now because they got the Smithsonian.
Could you pause for a second? By the way, the slave hell, 2% of the American population own slaves. 2%. 2% of the American population owns slaves. That's a slave hell? Hey, I've had some shitty bosses. So we all know the struggle. All right, continue.
Get rid of all the slavery stuff. They got PragerU that can lie about the history to the children. They can't originally invent anything more than they ever were able to invent good music. We black folk gave y'all country music, hip hop, R&B, jazz, rock and roll. They couldn't even invent that, but they have to call a white man the king because they couldn't make rock and roll. So they have to stamp the king on a man whose main song was stolen from an overweight black woman. They can't fix
Lizzo? He stole from Lizzo? That argument, the whole music argument, is retarded. It's retarded. There was music being played long before black people, Africans, came over and started hitting a gourd and picking some rubber band and making this amazing music that they invented. Like, let me hear that music. Let me hear that amazing music and go, wow, we stole that. There's quite a difference between stealing something and being influenced by something. That's something you could, but I don't even think it goes that far. There were plenty of, in medieval times, there was music, the lute, that crazy little Addams Family keyboard, whatever they call it, little toodly-doos, flutes and things, all that, and drums. And what are you saying? That the medieval Europeans went to Africa and heard some and decided they were going to make these amazing instruments and be able to play a concerto because some savage was pounding on a monkey skin, pulled over half a gourd? I'm not buying into any of the we stole the music. And you want to talk rock and roll, more modern? Any rock band worth its weight changed whatever you could have said was African into their own very unique style of music where it isn't even recognizable. I'll give you anything that sounds like I'll give you that. Anything that sounds exactly like that, there you go. Anything that has a verse, a chorus, a hook, a verse, a guitar lead, music, rock music. I gotta say, white people pretty much invented that. Yes, invented. If somebody rolls a rock down a hill and they're just looking at it dumbfounded, and then someone else looks at it and goes, "Ooh, that's interesting. The shape of that rock allowed it to continue rolling down that hill. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to tinker a little and make something that shape and see if we can roll it down a hill." And then he does that. He invents the wheel. And then the dummy that pushed the rock down the hill goes, me invent wheel. You have wheel, we do the. No, you just push something down a hill. That's how I feel about this rock music thing. You give someone a shitty version of a guitar. You do a couple of things. You go, "Man, the times are bad. Oh, Lordy, Lord. And then you got fucking Panama, Van Halen. Yeah, right. You got Led Zeppelin, Black Dog. Really? Get out of here. Shut up. Shut up, Joy Reid. Joyless Reid. Brings no one joy, Reid. That whole thing is another thing to just demean the accomplishments of white people on the planet Earth.